Hi, this is David McCann for WebTNG. In this video, I'm looking at a free plugin in the WordPress plugin directory called the Off Switch. As the name implies, it's one of those toggle plugins where you can toggle on and off options and features in WordPress. There's something about this one, though, that's a little bit different. That is, it's mainly focused on eliminating bloat and enhancing performance. And if we look at the plugin on the WordPress plugin directory, the off switch, you see that it has a number of anti-bloat items. Many of these haven't been used in WordPress for a long time or only used by a very small subset of users, or they're things like XML RPC, which is a hacker attack vector. I'm just scrolling through the list. I'm not going to name every one. There'll be a link below the video where you can go to this page and take a look at them. But we have the off switch group. We have the script and style group. Removing jQuery migrate, not needed by most plugins or themes anymore. We have some things like self-pingbacks, or the capital P filter that runs on every rendered string, limiting post revisions, attachment pages, page for every image. You have cleanup for expired transients, abandoned auto drafts. There is something added to all the SQL queries, even for ones that are for single pages, related to counting the number of rows, which doesn't apply for single pages. Some themes have an option to show the previous and next post, and that query runs whether you're using that feature or not. We have add missing image dimensions. You have add fetch priority high to the first image, so your featured image, to cut down on some of the large contentful paint, slow down in loading pages, lazy load images, disable PDF thumbnails, hardening block user enumeration, disable file editor, disable application passwords if you're not using those, clean up the admin bar, hide update nag for non-admins, restrict the REST API for logged in users. Most of my sites don't need the REST API available for non-logged in users, but this is something where you want to test and make sure none of your plugins break if you remove it. But generally, it's probably security-wise better to have it turned off. Gutenberg goes to fetch remote block patterns. Every time you load Gutenberg, it also loads the core block patterns. It gives you the option to do a live search of the block directory. So if you're not using any of these, they can be an annoyance. The option to turn off the WordPress font library if you're not using it, or if you're using a classic theme to switch back to widgets instead of blocks. There are a bunch of WooCommerce optimization bloat removal options. On the login page, hide login error details, remove the register link, remove language switcher. We turn that off if you just have one language. So those are the features of the plugin. I have a test site with the plugin installed. It's under settings, and it has a pretty decent explanation. So for most of these, it's really clear whether you need it or not. And if it's off by default, it tells you that. You can see I've gone through and made my choices already. So we've looked at the list. What I wanted to show you is that I've turned on 59 out of 66. So a lot of things that just don't make sense for me to have on for my WordPress sites. That's the plugin, the off switch. Now, if you like learning about free plugins, and if you find some value in my videos, please subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. It makes a big difference. Thank you for watching.